Good morning, guys. So, hi. My name's Trish. We haven't met yet. My first YouTube video. I am on my way to work, which is almost an hour, a little over an hour away from where I live in central Indiana, in Wayne County. I am almost 55. I'll be 55 this year. And I worked in higher education for the last 10 years, and it was time for me to get out. And I quickly realized, despite all the years of experience I had in running title companies and real estate experience, I couldn't find jobs that paid. And I hopped around for a year, two different jobs. I'm on my third job. And I say job because it really feels like it's a job. I have a master's degree that I got from Indiana University, where I work. I fell for it'll help you get promotions. It'll be great. You know, we recognize your hard work that you put in for us, and that didn't happen. And even in the outside world, nobody cares about my master's degree but me, and the people that want me to pay. So financial aid, I have to pay them an exorbitant amount monthly to finish my master's, the payment on my master's, and it's not a large amount. I'm very grateful that I don't have anything close to some people. I know people that have hundreds of thousands, and they pay on it the majority of their life. I can't imagine that. Mine's not that way. But I do still have to pay, and it is extremely large. But that's not the reason that I'm coming on here. So the reason I'm coming on here is you're going to follow me through my journey of what am I going to do? So I am working. Like I said, I'm on my way to my new job. I've been there. This is my third week. It's a great company. It's a remodeling company out of Muncie, Indiana. They have an amazing reputation. The people are lovely. The company's been in business for almost 60 years. It was built on the back of the founder. You know, hard work, and I'm all about that. All about small business. But I'm a traveling salesperson. So right now I'm in training, but when I'm out of training, 3 times a day, I could be anywhere in the state. Indiana's a pretty big state. Working in higher education, I depleted a large amount of my savings because I had at one point made good money when living in Florida and working in real estate. You'll hear down the road in my next couple of videos, my husband, who is a little bit older than me, has a hereditary disease called polycystic kidney disease, and he had to have a kidney transplant. And he hasn't had what we would call his normal gainful employment. He works at IU, he's maintenance. So we've got, you know, he has amazing health insurance, and he's had steady paycheck, but it's been very minimal. So we've went through some of our savings, and with the cost of living and expenses that have went up, you know, we're feeling it like everybody else. And I know what I'm complaining about here is no different than what you're complaining, or your neighbor, or your sister, or anybody else. But I, like many of you, I reached a point where I'm like, something's got to change. There should be something bigger out here for me, but what is it? And I honestly, I don't know exactly what mine is. I feel like I picked the right company to work for, but it's not the right role. They don't have other roles open. So I'm kind of in this spot of, what do I do? I don't know what I'm going to do. I do know that I'm going to be a talking head on YouTube and kind of share it, mostly for me, so that I can get it off my chest. You guys can listen to it. Maybe you can chime in and give me some ideas. And I'll probably bounce ideas off of you guys as I am posting these videos and talking to you. Little tiny tidbit about me is I'm creative. I sew, I paint, I draw digitally and with pencil. I'm better digitally than with pencil. I do like to paint, kind of like the paint night type stuff. I thought about doing that. I thought about putting kits together of easy things people can sew, so even sew them by hand. I don't know, and all that takes so much time. And if you've looked for a new job recently and you're in your 50s or even your late 40s, you know it is extremely time consuming. Extremely time consuming. And you get nowhere with it. You get no responses. I'd say less than 1% of what you send out you get response on. It's pretty heartbreaking, which leads me kind of to why I ended up accepting this job. I got lucky. It is a good company. They're good people. Their values align very closely with my own personal. So, I think that's it for today. The rain is kind of slowing down a little bit. Thank goodness. Hopefully the dog is okay at home. You'll get to meet Bentley at some point. Alright guys, well, stay tuned and look for the next video. And in the meantime, give me some comments. Tell me if you're in the same spot as I am, looking for a job or looking for what your purpose is in life. Until then,